Awakening is an experience that doesn't send an invitation, but rather bursts into your life unannounced, leaving an enduring impression. It's like encountering a profound, purposeful silence, far from being an empty void. Within this newfound tranquility, you don't merely discover yourself, you uncover an expansive universe teeming with life and connections. When one goes through awakening, they come to the realization that they are more than just the sum of their thoughts. It's akin to awakening from a dream in which your thoughts defined your entire identity. While many people construct and tightly hold on to their beliefs and habits, those who experience awakening embark on a journey of questioning and challenging them. It signifies a shift from living on autopilot, where you merely react to life, to living consciously, where you actively engage with life's profound intricacies and mysteries. It's like stepping from a hazy dream into an awakened reality, recognizing the boundless potential that exists beyond the confines of ordinary thought. The first profound change that occurs when you awaken spiritually is an overwhelming sense of spaciousness, both within and around you. Spiritual awakening brings a remarkable transformation in your perception. It's like stepping out of a small, confined space into a vast, open field. You experience a sense of boundlessness and limitlessness. This feeling isn't just physical, it's a profound change in how you see the world and your place in it. You start to view the world with a broader, more expansive perspective. The sensation of spaciousness that accompanies spiritual awakening can be likened to those precious moments of awe and wonder that we all experience in life, like witnessing a mesmerizing sunset or gazing into the innocent, pure eyes of a baby. These experiences have a remarkable ability to momentarily quiet the ceaseless chatter of your mind, pulling you away from the perpetual flow of thoughts, worries, and future plans. In these awe-inspiring moments, you get a tantalizing glimpse of something profound and immense, a sense of boundless tranquility, or what you might call expansive nothingness. It's like briefly escaping from the hustle and bustle of daily life, entering into a serene oasis where you're free from the weight of incessant thinking. These moments grant you a taste of the vast and tranquil spaces within your own consciousness, offering a fresh perspective and a welcome reprieve from the constant mental noise that typically fills your mind. It's a shift from the routine of daily life to experiencing life's majesty and boundless potential. During spiritual awakening, the rigid boundaries that used to separate you from the world, including the boundaries of your own physical body, start to fade away. It's as though you've been living in a confined, limited space, the small pond, and suddenly, you find yourself immersed in boundless vastness, the ocean. The lines between yourself and the world become indistinct, making it challenging to discern where your individuality ends and the rest of existence begins. It's a profound shift in perception, emphasizing a sense of interconnectedness and unity with the world. Inspired by the wisdom of the renowned psychologist Carl Jung, who believed in the concept of the collective unconscious, a similar transformation occurs during spiritual awakening. The once solid barriers that separated you from the external world, even the confines of your physical body, begin to dissolve. It's as if you've lived in a walled garden, but now you find yourself in a vast and interconnected forest, where the boundaries blur and the distinction between self and other fades away. Although it may initially seem disorienting, this newfound spaciousness can be profoundly grounding. When you're no longer constrained by the rigid walls of individuality, whether they're psychological, emotional, or physical, you gain the freedom to explore your true potential and connect deeply with the intricate web of existence. You might sense a lightness in your step, as if you're walking on air, or feel a greater tolerance for situations and people you found challenging before. Simple activities become profound. For example, drinking a cup of water can feel like a communion with the essence of life, and watching the wind sway the trees can seem like a dance of energies, each one playing its part in a greater whole. The sense of expansiveness that comes with spiritual awakening isn't a void, instead, it's a heightened, more profound perception of life. It's an amplified awareness that transforms the everyday into something enchanting, making the ordinary a gateway to the limitless. The second transformation experienced during spiritual awakening is akin to a profound renewal of life. It's as if you've cast off layers of old, accumulated experiences and beliefs, revealing a fresher, more genuine version of yourself. This transformation can be likened to a rebirth or a second chance at living. In this process, the life you once knew, built upon deeply ingrained thoughts and beliefs, begins to disintegrate. It's as though you're witnessing the crumbling of the old self to make space for something purer and more authentic. This can be an unsettling experience for many individuals, as it feels like losing control and even a part of their familiar identity. The awakening journey involves dismantling previously held perspectives, habits, and beliefs that no longer serve you. It's a process of letting go of the old, much like a snake shedding its skin to reveal a brighter, untarnished layer beneath. While this process can be disconcerting, it ultimately paves the way for personal growth, self-discovery, and the emergence of a truer, more vibrant self. It's a journey from the constraints of the past to the boundless potential of the future. The mind resists this drastic shift, fearing the unknown landscape that lies beyond the comforting but limiting structures we've built around us. When the old self collapses, what emerges in its place is a renewed sense of life. Some may call it higher consciousness or heightened awareness. Let's just call it pure life. This isn't merely a concept but a palpable force that courses through you. It infuses every action, every thought, and even every non-thought with intense aliveness and the kind of innocence that we often associate with childhood. As Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. With awakening, you transition to operating from the core of pure life, moving away from the masks and facades you had built for the world and even for yourself. The energy that was previously devoted to upholding these illusions is now liberated, resulting in an extraordinary sense of vibrancy and vitality that you might not have thought possible. This transformation profoundly alters how you engage with life's simplest aspects. Picture watching a leaf gently descending from a tree. Previously, you might have considered it an ordinary sight, but now, each graceful swirl and twirl on its way to the ground captivates you. It's as if you're witnessing it with the fresh wonder of a child, rather than through the jaded lenses of adulthood. However, this transformation doesn't just pertain to your external world, it permeates your very essence. Tasks that once felt mundane or burdensome are now approached with a sense of joy and completeness. Whether it's doing the dishes or engaging in a conversation, your capacity for patience expands effortlessly, enabling you to immerse yourself more fully in each moment. The liveliness and innocence you experience are not a regression but an evolution. You're not becoming childlike in an immature sense, rather, you're reclaiming the authentic self that got buried under years of social conditioning and self-imposed limitations. You become a more genuine version of yourself, invigorated with the freshness of a new beginning. The third transformative sign on the path of spiritual awakening is a newfound sense of freedom, particularly freedom from the tyranny of your own thoughts. It's like you've been living in a house with a radio constantly blaring in the background, and suddenly you find the off switch. You realize that the never-ending commentary inside your head doesn't have to dictate your life. Drawing inspiration from the wisdom of philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre, who stated, "Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you," in the newfound freedom of your awakened state, you can look back on your past thoughts and actions with clarity, yet you're not held captive by them. As you move forward, you're akin to an artist who has stumbled upon a blank canvas. You have the liberty to craft, react, and respond independently of the old patterns and narratives that once limited you. However, this freedom carries a significant responsibility. Once you've recognized the distinction between your thoughts and your authentic self, it's easy to revert to old habits if you're not mindful. Thoughts can be persistent. They tend to draw you back into the familiar storyline. The freedom you encounter is not a one-time occurrence but an ongoing process. Think of it as a river. It's always flowing, but you must consciously choose to step into its refreshing current instead of being pulled into the muddied banks of habitual thinking. This heightened level of mindfulness infuses your interactions with a sense of genuineness. Your responses aren't merely reflexes driven by habit or societal influences. Instead, they arise from a deeper and more authentic source. For example, when you listen to a friend's concerns, it's no longer a social obligation, but a genuine act of compassion. Your actions in various situations are not a result of compulsion but a product of your freedom to choose how you engage, turning each decision into an expression of your true self. Within this realm of inner freedom, even the most mundane aspects of life take on an extraordinary quality. Simple choices, such as what to have for breakfast, transform into conscious acts of participation rather than thoughtless routines. The fourth sign of spiritual awakening marks the development of a distinctive bond with silence. In a world often obsessed with noise, distractions, and ceaseless conversations, the value of silence is frequently underestimated. Yet, as one embarks on a spiritual journey, silence evolves from being an occasional encounter to a trusted companion. Many people spend their entire lives pursuing tranquility in external circumstances, whether it's through relationships, career achievements, or even vacations. However, the path of spiritual awakening unveils a profound truth: the peace you've been searching for externally has always resided within you. There's a revelation that you are complete just as you are. This newfound friendship with silence teaches us that serenity doesn't depend on external factors but is an inherent part of your inner self. The bond with silence that emerges during a spiritual awakening can take on diverse forms and shapes. For some individuals, it translates into a tangible reduction in external noise, like fewer phone calls or speaking less but conveying more meaning. For others, it acts as a guiding force, leading them away from situations or relationships that no longer contribute to their highest well-being. This may result in significant life changes, such as leaving a job that saps your energy or disengaging from toxic relationships. Remarkably, these transformations unfold with a sense of effortlessness. Your inner silence becomes the wellspring of your courage and clarity, empowering you to make these pivotal decisions that align with your authentic self and well-being. It's as if this newfound connection to silence acts as an internal compass, helping you navigate your path with greater wisdom and authenticity. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. In your silence, you start to hear the whispers of your own soul. It's like having a compass that always points towards authenticity. This silence becomes a sanctuary, allowing you to recharge and gather your thoughts. In fact, you start to value moments where you can be alone, undistracted by the external world. Remaining in tune with your inner tranquility means you are no longer reliant on external validation. The need for external applause diminishes when your inner self is brimming with serenity. For instance, social gatherings and events, which once might have served as a way to seek validation, transform into opportunities for genuine connection or introspection. You find comfort in your own presence, whether you're in a bustling room or spending an evening alone. The fifth and final sign of spiritual awakening is an extraordinary sense of light-heartedness. This transformation is akin to a weight being lifted from your shoulders, leaving you to float in a vast sea of tranquility. You see, the mind has a natural inclination to categorize and label things. It offers us a false sense of control. Yet, these labels can grow burdensome with time, confining us within rigid patterns of behavior and thought. As you undergo spiritual awakening, these mental labels begin to loosen their grip. Picture having a wardrobe filled with clothes, each item meticulously labeled for specific purposes: work attire, casual wear, special occasions. Suddenly, you come to the realization that you can wear anything at any time, and every choice feels perfectly fitting. This analogy illustrates the freedom that arises from spiritual awakening, where the mental constraints and rigid categorizations you once imposed upon yourself no longer confine you. You experience a newfound sense of liberation, allowing you to approach life with greater flexibility and authenticity. It's a shift from being weighed down by preconceived notions to embracing the spontaneity of the present moment. In a similar vein, as these mental labels dissolve, a spontaneous sense of liberation blossoms. Your actions and reactions no longer stem from societal pressures or preconceived ideas but emerge from an authentic and genuine space within you. This newfound freedom heralds a fresh chapter in your life, akin to experiencing a second birth within the same lifetime. It's a transformation characterized by innocence and joy, much like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. No longer confined to crawling on the ground, you soar freely, embracing your newfound freedom in the vast expanse of the open sky. The wisdom of the poet Rumi encapsulates this beautifully: you were born with wings, why prefer to crawl through life? During this stage of awakening, you not only discover your wings but also realize they were there all along, patiently awaiting the perfect moment to unfurl. This transformation invites you to soar through life with a sense of purpose, authenticity, and boundless potential. It's like awakening to a deeper, truer version of yourself, ready to explore the world with open wings and an open heart. Spiritual awakening isn't a passing trend or a momentary fad, it's a profound inner revolution. It transcends surface-level changes, altering not only how you perceive the world but also how you interact with it. To the mind consumed by the pursuit of material success and external validation, the concept of spiritual awakening might appear as mere nonsense. However, to those who have had a taste of its transformative influence, it evolves into an integral and fundamental aspect of their existence. This awakening goes beyond superficial trends or temporary shifts in perspective. It touches the core of your being and has the potential to reshape the way you engage with the world, how you relate to yourself, and how you perceive the interconnections between all living things. It's a profound inner transformation that can't be fully understood until you've experienced it. Once you've delved into its depths, spiritual awakening becomes an intrinsic part of your life, shaping your actions, decisions, and perceptions with a depth and authenticity that transcends the superficial pursuits of the external world. Thank you for tuning in. If the message of this video resonates with you, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it. Until our next meeting, take good care and walk in the light of your own awakening. Goodbye.